So, what's your character look like? What color is the skin?
It's kind of a pale, like part of my deal with the fiend was took my color. Why don't you ask me questions and I'll answer them? Okay.
Okay. So what color is the skin? Like a white guy's skin?
Yeah, like really, really white, kind of like my actual skin.
Okay. Male or female?
Actually, the gender is going to be chaotic neutral.
Okay. What about horns? You got any horns?
Oh
on
yes,
them?
yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Not like a water buffalo, more like I didn't think about what the horns look like.
Like ram horns, a
Yeah.
little curly.
I don't really like that either.
Hook 'em
the
horns,
like the devil in Legend.
I don't.
or just like little. What about that guy in the Mos Eisley Cantina?
Yeah, the little Deveronian horns.
I tell you what, no horns. I changed my mind.
Darth Maul. Well,
That's right. Yeah, like Darth Maul horns.
Okay, so you've got like a crown of horns,
But it's just two
Nubs.
of them, and it's like
right on the temple.
right on the
above
temples,
the
on
temple.
either temple. They're not cut off. They're what Darth Maul. If you were
Okay.
You've
whatever.
got temple nubs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hair. What's your hair situation?
Nobody knows because I got that cloak on.
Okay. Well, I mean, like you
Chaotic
know
neutral.
because you
Uh,
put the cloak on.
okay.
I also have cloak.
Let's do shoulder length, strawberry blonde.
Okay. That works. What about age? Tieflings mature at the same rate as humans.
Okay. You don't know. You can't tell.
Right.
But I'm going to tell you since you're the dungeon master.
Right.
27 years old.
Okay. Size?
About 5'11", kind of scrawny looking,
Okay.
but
So
you can't really tell because of the
big,
robe.
big ass cloak.
Yeah.
What about tail? Do you kind of keep it hidden?
That's personal. Yeah, there's a tail. It's under the cloak. You can't see it.
Okay.
My character tries to look as
human as possible?
human as possible, but you can tell. Yeah, there's something.
Okay.
There's some teeth. I don't know.
Nice. Yeah, that pretty much does it. The rest of it should be
Awesome.
on your character sheet. Elijah, what about you?
What about me?
What's your character like?
He's a human barbarian.
Okay.
Do you
So,
need names and everything?
Well, yeah. Characters are going to need some names.
I'm gonna call this guy Harooon.
Oh, nice callback to Color of Magic.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
It
My
says
character's
here-
name is going to be Gryffindor Hufflepuff.
Okay.
Nice throwback to something we'll never fucking read.
Yeah, well, you say that, you know.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I got to
Hey,
think of a
don't
name.
pull that shit again.
So your guy's basically big and strong and
Looks like
No.
Conan.
I'm going
Okay.
to be Chief Teeth.
cheap teeth. I like it.
But I'm spelling Harooon differently. It's Haroon.
So kind of like Richard Nixon in Futurama.
Exactly.
Harooon.
So he's a human barbarian. According to my sheet, he doesn't like it when you do things that are against nature, or
The background stuff you can flavor that however you like. Like you don't have to follow what it
I
says.
kind
on
of
the
like
sheet.
this. I kind of like this. It's like a barbarian, but he's more like a ranger. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, and just so it's out there, his intelligence is a 9, which I mean that's not
stupid.
Yeah, I think that's actually like technically average. I think that's like a common intelligence.
Right.
So he's
right.
so like he can probably read. Let me see here.
I'm looking. I decided I'm going to borrow a name from one of my favorite video games, Rygar for the NES. So I pulled up a list of enemies. There's an enemy called German. It's the thing that like crawls around in the overworld that comes out of the ground and starts crawling at you. That's pretty a little xenophobic, I think. So my character's name is going to be Eruga. That's the
Eruga.
Yeah, that's the double-headed thing in the swamp.
I remember the Eruga. I don't remember the German.
I had a D&D barbarian named Rygar.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang, dude. The thing about Rygar, when we were kids, we had such a hard time with it. We didn't know that you could level up. Like the game is simple. Like if you it's almost like an RPG.
You can
where
level up.
Yeah, you level up, you get stronger, and like that Eruga guy that we had such a hard time with.
Mm-hmm.
If you just like spend some time killing monsters and stuff.
Oh, that's bullshit.
It's really, really easy.
Well, that's good to know 30 years after the fact.
Yeah, it does me no good now because I'll never play that garbage again.
So, like, since I didn't have a book to read this week, I actually...
You actually did.
Huh?
We actually did have a book to read this week.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to read an instruction manual. I'm sorry. And I've read every book so far. I figured...
Too bad there's not a audiobook version of the Player's Handbook.
True that. But anyway, what I did do is I wrote some jokes. I actually sat down and wrote some jokes.
Okay,
that are D&D related. Y'all want to hear these jokes?
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay. Here we go.
Do you not want to wait for an opportune moment for the jokes, or you want to get them out of the way now?
I just want to go ahead and do it, so
All right.
I won't be like waiting the whole time to like where would be a good time to deploy this joke. So I'm just going to go ahead and say them. Have you guys heard about the Dungeons and Dragons? Kevin, you heard about this?
Yeah.
No. It's like okay. Here we go. For real. I didn't read the manual, but I kind of know a little bit about it just from video games and stuff. So I'll just go with the paladin. I know a paladin's a thing, so my character will be a paladin. If I go rogue, you guys will get me back on track. All right. That's one of my 3 jokes. All right.
Pretty good.
Second joke. If anybody picks a fight with my character, there's only going to be 3 hit points. I hit points you hit points the ground, and the amulets hit points 100 miles per hour.
Very good.
All right, thank you. And then the last one. Dungeons and Dragons. It's a little bit, daunting to get into, but I hope I get far long enough today to where I can start calling it D&D, because I feel like you had to earn that. It's like you have to have a certain number of experience points, and it's kind of like those catheter commercials you see on TV where they're like, I've been cathing for 15 years. I feel like you can't just go into cathing and call it cathing. You have to be under the tutelage of a mentor catheter for who knows how long. But only then can you say, hey, let's go cath by the pudding bar.
You need a cath master to
Yes.
or a CM, if you will, to sit down and...
Anyway, those are my 3 jokes.
Awesome. Well done.
All right, last thing. We're going to start out, as these stories often do, in a tavern.
Okay.
Let me go get my beer.
Well, we're not in the tavern yet, but we will start there.
Okay.
But, do you two know each other?
I'm known by nobody. He can claim to know me, but...
Have you been traveling together?
No.
Or you just happen to be in this tavern?
I'm a loner, Dottie.
Let's talk about your big butt. All right. Well, if he says we don't know each other, then we don't know each other. and we've not been traveling together. I will say, I just popped into the tavern to take a shit.
Okay. I mean, you are a barbarian. You can do that outside.
Yeah, but, in town, it's kind of frowned upon. No, I'll say I just stopped by for a beer. I'm a thirsty barbarian.
All right.
And on that note, hold on, let me go grab my beer. Prost.
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 Clink.
Stiegel.
Ooh, Stiegel.
Stiegel.
What is it, Stiegel? Is it Hopsy? Hopsy Flopsy.
There, welcome back to Book Club. I am your host and conch holder and dungeon master this week, Dylan Crowder, and I'm joined by my siblings.
Ansel Crowder here.
Elijah Crowder here.
Nice to have y'all with us again for this glorious episode. And as I mentioned, I'm the dungeon master this week. The book I chose was the Player's Handbook, which basically was just a ruse to get my brothers to play Dungeons and Dragons with me. So we're going to be getting started here in just a little bit. Why don't y'all just introduce your characters real briefly?
Okay,
Go ahead,
guys.
Ansel.
I am a level 2. Don't help me. I can get this. I'm a level 2 tiefling warlock. My name is Eruga. Like my details are mysterious. It's like literally and figuratively shrouded and cloaked. It's hard to know anything about me, but I'll tell you guys since you're in you guys are in our book club. I'll tell you that my character's a 27-year-old, pale, horned, tailed. Kind of a little bit of a loose cannon. Made a deal with the fiend, and it's kind of like done a number. But it's like you'll just have to wait and see if I sold my soul for good or ill. But it's a little iffy. Like this is a character that you're just gonna have to figure out.
Okay.
Like kind of much like I am.
I like that.
Okay.
It's ruddy mysterious.
Yes.
What about you, Elijah?
I'm going to be playing a level 2 human barbarian that goes by the name of Harooon. And Harooon, let's say that again for fun. Harooon. Harooon has been wandering the wilds, searching for his long-lost love.
I thought you were about to say his lost shaker of salt.
No, that's Jimmy Buffroon.
Okay.
Searching for the shaker of salt. No, Harooon
he's a bard.
Harooon is searching for his long-lost love who was kidnapped by giants many moons ago. And there's not much more to know. As far as physical appearance, he looks like Aragorn did when Aragorn was old in the film.
Like at his coronation?
Yeah, like at his coronation.
Now,
exactly.
did you say that he's looking for his long-lost love that was killed by giants?
No, kidnapped by giants.
Okay.
Did I say killed?
I'm not sure. Well, we can roll it back.
So presumably he's looking for giants too.
Right.
Yes.
He doesn't expect he's going to find his long-lost love like in a, let's say, cave somewhere. It's going to be a giant. It's
dungeon,
gonna be,
perhaps.
yeah, maybe a dungeon.
You never know. You never know. But there's not much more to know about Harooon. He's a barbarian, loves the wild. He loves being outdoors, and he's very thirsty on this spring eve.
Yeah, it's spring, it's evening, and you find yourselves in the Green Dragon Inn. This is if you're listening and you recognize some of this stuff, I've borrowed pretty much verbatim from Matt Colville's first adventure videos on YouTube, which is a great starting point for.
Isn't the Green Dragon is from the Lord of the Rings, though, right? Isn't that the name of the?
There was a prancing pony.
Oh, the Green Dragon was the one in the Shire that they were singing about.
The
in
green
Prancing
dragons
Pony.
that they sing about.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
But they only brew for the brave and true. Come from the green dragon.
Hey. Yeah, that's what I thought.
So you two are both you're sitting at separate tables in the tavern, just having a drink, passing the time. It's just after dusk. It's a fairly lively place. It's situated in a small town. It's really the only watering hole in the small town along the road, and you've got. Let's see here. The manning the bar is a tall, thin, middle-aged woman with long, pale blonde hair tied up in a bun. Eruga, you noticed, as well as you, Harooon, that the townsfolk kind of eyed you with a little bit of curiosity, but not any sort of hostility as you came in, being strangers in these parts. There's as you came in, there was a servant girl that came up, asked you what you would be having, got your order, and that's where we are. We are in a tavern, having a drink. What do you do?
I want to call the serving girl over.
Okay, she comes over and she's, what do you want?
I want to know if you've seen my wife.
Well, what does she look like?
Like me, but prettier.
I think that other one in the cloak across the room is a little bit prettier. And then she walks off. She's got work to do. She kind of got the idea that you were hitting on her, and she ain't got time for that. So are y'all just sitting enjoying your drink in peace?
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting out my mage hand and like playing paper rock scissors with myself. But since the townsfolk are not they're a little bit what's the word, apprehensive a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
So I'm thinking that's probably not a good idea.
And looking around at the clientele, you can tell that these are mostly farmers,
Right.
common folk. All right, so y'all are just spending your time separately.
Yeah, I see the barbarian. I heard what they said about me, but I just kept looking forward with my let's call it a beer.
Okay.
With my beer, and I just I acted like I didn't hear it.
Okay.
But I heard it. But I don't want anything to do with that barbarian or the anybody else for that matter.
All right, I'm gonna stand up on my table
Okay.
and I'm gonna shout out loud across the bar. My name is Harooon, and I'm looking for my wife, Maroon. She was. Hold on, sorry. She was taken by giants 20 years ago. Has anyone seen a woman that's been taken by giants?
The townfolk kind of, everybody stops and looks at you, and for just a moment, they all kind of just murmur their nose and turn back to their drinks, and kind of whispering and casting a glance sideways at you. The woman behind the bar kind of shoos you off of her table. And yeah, is Harooon drunk? Is he on a rager right now?
No. Harooon is not yet there.
Okay. So,
It still didn't stir me. I heard it, but as far as you can tell, I'm deaf, blind, and dumb because nothing that's happening is breaking my concentration.
Hey, Dungeon Master.
yes.
Where would the giants be? North, south, east, or west?
I would say far to the north in the mountains.
All right. Then I jump down off my table and I shout, I am heading north into the mountains to find my long-lost love. If any of you have information of Maroon, wife of Harooon, you may find me northward on the road. And I stride out of the bar while dropping copper pieces on the table for the winch.
Okay. As you walk out, you get to the door, which kind of like explodes into you. Go ahead and make a dexterity check. So it'd be roll a d20 and add your dexterity modifier.
My dex modifier is +2. That's going to make an 8.
Okay. You take a door to the face as you try to exit. It doesn't do any hit point damage per se, but it's very embarrassing because all eyes were on you after you had made your grand speech and started striding out. Storming
I'm going into a rage.
Yeah. I'm sure this wouldn't be the first game of Dungeons and Dragons that began with a massacre in a tavern. Let's see here. Where is he?
Permission to speak freely, Dungeon Master?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do I get to dictate any of the plot points? Can I
No, rookie, shut up.
Okay.
Here's what it is. Like,
Can I say I just came from somewhere and this happened?
yes?
Okay.
Like I've left like the entire world outside of the game right now. The entire world that you and Harooon are in is this tavern, and kind of like, you know how like a video game, like things will like pop in as you can see them, like the land will like pop in.
Yeah.
It'll kind of like be procedurally generated based on what we need.
Okay.
But I do have like some preset narratives just in case, there wasn't anything that y'all wanted to do, like go into the mountains to find a long lost love or, anything like that. The beauty of D&D is you can do whatever you want to do.
Okay.
So,
All right. So what were you saying? Somebody comes into the bar?
yeah, Harooon gets bashed in the face by the door.
Does it knock me back?
It knocks you back just a hair as a frantic man. He's a large man wearing a black leather apron over a linen shirt and wool pants. And Harooon, you get the smell of sulfur, and he has a real heavy hammer in his hand, and he's real frantic. And he says, "Oh, they took Bess. They got my girl." As he strides into the room, and a bunch of the folks that are at the tables all stand up excitedly and begin asking questions. Do you guys do anything at this point?
I get up from my table. I put money down for the beer and the tip,
Okay.
and I walk toward the saloon doors. And I tap the barbarian on the shoulder as I come out. as if to beckon, and I just walk. I just continue to walk outside,
Okay.
and then I step out for a smoke.
Okay. So, yeah, what does
All
Harooon
right.
do?
Harooon draws his greatsword from under his bear cloak. Because he's a bit pissed about the door to the face. But he asks the sulfur-smelling gentleman directly, who got her? Was it giants?
No, my lad, it was goblins. Goblins took my girl. Took my little best, they did.
Shit. All right, then I'll walk out and follow the elf thing.
Okay, and this is a great point that every DM has experienced when they realize that their players have just like all the work that was put in previously. It's in the shitter. So what happens now is you step outside. There seems to be a hustle and a bustle in the tavern. You can't really make out any specifics. Harooon, you see this mysterious creature hand rolling a cigarette, and here's a question: does Eruga light her smoke? Is it a cigarette or is it?
I was just
like
kidding
a
when I
pipe?
said for smoke.
Okay.
There's no smoking going on, really.
Okay. Well, that's a shame.
Okay, well, yeah, it's a cigarette.
But Harooon smokes and was heading
Like
out for one
it was
as
a
well.
really long one, like a naturally long,
Like a
Virginia
huge-
Slim or something like that.
Okay. Now, do you light it with like a match, or do you use prestidigitation?
I use prestidigitation. Yes.
So
Digitorium.
you two are standing outside of the tavern in the street of this small, simple town, a little farming village, sharing a smoke. And while there's, some talk about like plot hooks and stuff inside that don't really matter anymore,
Well, we can always go back in.
what do you do?
I say there's no sense in going north or east or west or south for that matter.
Oh my God, he's a fucking nihilist.
There's death awaits you in all directions. I just came from the north, and the Giants' land is decimated from a feud, the nature of which I don't know, but I will tell you there's no chance that your long-lost love is in the north. Only death in the north.
If what you say be true, then face my death here. Face it with you.
It's like, are you challenging me to a fight?
No, let's go kill these goblins. Somebody else's woman got stolen. Or girl. Baby girl.
It could be
That's
a
not cool either.
You don't know that. It could be a cow.
But that guy smelled like sulfur. I wonder why he smelled like sulfur.
Harooon, give
My
me
intelligence is 9.
Harooon, give me a perception check. So that'll be a D20 plus. I'm pulling
Plus,
up here.
what is it? An intelligence modifier, right? Or wisdom.
It'll be wisdom. It doesn't look like you're proficient in it. No, you are. So you get +3.
Well, I also have danger sense. I have an advantage to dexterity. Oh, dexterity savings throws. Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
All right. So 10
hey,
plus.
Hey,
What?
Danger sense. It would have given you. That was a dexterity saving throw to avoid the door to the face.
Yeah, but I didn't.
Yeah, you didn't do it. Advantage means you roll 2 d20s and you take the higher of the two.
Ooh,
and
that's new.
Disadvantage means you take the lower of the two.
That's very new.
Yeah,
but I
it's
did
pretty
read
neat.
the book, I promised. All right. Then that's 10 plus 1 with a wisdom modifier. That's
you
11.
get +3 because you're proficient in perception.
Okay, so that
13?
would be That would be 13.
All right. You get a slight hint of sulfur from your partner that you're talking to here.
You smell like sulfur too. You guys from hell or something?
It must be the match that I used to light the cigarette.
Okay, roll a d20.
Who, me?
Yeah, what that is going to be is a deception check.
But that's not needed. I believe you.
So let me pull yours up here. Okay, you're not proficient in deception. So you would just add +3, which is your charisma modifier.
Okay, 9.
Okay. Harooon, roll an
Gullibility.
insight check.
Which is a D20 again?
D20, yes. And I'm pretty sure... Yeah, and add your wisdom modifier. D20 plus wisdom.
All right. With the wisdom modifier, that gives me 4.
Okay, so yeah, you totally buy that it was from the match.
I believe you. I already said I believe you.
Harooon is turning in. Not only does he look like Conan the Barbarian, but no, you said he looked like Aragorn.
Yeah.
Okay.
But seriously, dude, let's go kill these goblins and try to get this guy's daughter back.
Here's the thing:
Sure.
you don't
Even if it's a trap, these are evil, and I'm a barbarian, and evil is against nature, and I must destroy it.
Here's the thing: you can. I was giving y'all shit for throwing all the plans out the window, but if your characters have a different agenda, pursue that different agenda.
Harooon, say fuck it. I've got nothing better to do. The North is destroyed.
Destroyed? Yeah, I don't think there's any way. Like, it was
I
20
believe
years
you.
ago.
I believe you.
There's nothing left. It's just it's a wasteland. It's nothing but ruins. I barely made it out alive myself.
Now, is Eruga telling the truth?
Eruga is telling the truth here. Why I'm telling you this, I don't know. Call it, I don't know. Yeah, that's all I got. But anyway, the thing is, I'm going to the temples of. I'm trying to find the temples of those who don't worship the fiend. I've been sent on an errand. I just want to go in. I just want to go to the temples and just say hello, check it out, and see if I can get ideas from their temples for the fiend's temple.
Okay.
It's a goodwill mission.
Okay,
Eruga is not telling the truth here. It's not a goodwill mission at all. Aruga
I
means
have a
to-
question, Eruga.
Okay.
What is this fiend you speak of?
Well, don't really put out the vibe, but I'm a warlock. And I owe my allegiance to my patron, the fiend.
does the fiend have a name?
I only know the fiend as the fiend.
Okay.
This not bode well for you. But where are you going? Where is this temple?
I don't know. That's what I came here. I don't know.
there is a small. Once again, this is a simple village.
Okay.
There are usually places of worship in all population centers, and there is a small temple to a sun god here in. We'll call this village Hamfast.
Hamfast. Okay. Well, Harooon, I'm just on my way to the temple, just passing through. Heed my words or not. Choice is yours. For I know not the mysterious forces of love, for I have loved none. But I bid you fond adieu. I make haste to the temple. Just to check out the grounds, the gardening, the courtyard, the architecture, just to get a feel for it's. I'm gonna murder the temple keeper, Harooon.
Okay. Give me just a moment here. I'm trying to find a suitable deity here. Okay. All right. So,
It would be the paladin god, wouldn't it?
yeah. Well, there are countless deities that it could be.
Literally countless. There's infinitely many deities.
There's
The supernatural in the world of Dungeons and Dragons is a real thing.
right. I mean, magic is a real thing. There are other
There
planes.
are actual gods and stuff, though.
There are actual gods because I mean, clerics get their magical abilities from the gods as well as paladins. So, gods are real, magic's real, and there are other planes of existence on which these deities reside as well. Wait, I said sun god, didn't I?
You did, yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Then that wouldn't work. Let's see. Paylor, yeah. It doesn't take long. Like I said, it's a small, simple town. And there's a small, very church-like building that bears the symbol of Paylor on the outside. Which roll a religion check.
Me?
Yeah, it'd be D20.
3.
Let's make sure you're.
Me too, right?
Well, that depends. Are you following him?
He just told me he's going to murder the person of this temple.
I didn't actually say that. I was thinking that. I was joking. I should stop playing around.
Well, then you have to say that you're thinking that and not saying
Okay,
that.
my bad.
All right.
I'm just going to the temple to pray as far as you know.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Then, yes, I'm following you.
Okay. So
No, I'm going back into the bar to talk to the guy about the goblins that got his daughter.
okay. We'll get to that in just a second. You,
Right.
you do have
Go ahead.
proficiency on religion check, so it's +3. So roll a d20 +3.
19 and after the +3.
Okay, you recognize there's a symbol of a sun on the outside of this wooden church building that you easily identify as the symbol of Paylor, the sun god.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Are there sacrifices made to Paylor, the sun god, or no?
Typically not, no.
Okay.
So you go inside?
I go inside.
Okay, so what you see, there's a small number of pews, a path in the middle, a small raised dais at the end of that path. You don't see anyone right away. It smells a little musty. It smells like old wood. It appears to be empty. There's a door behind the raised dais. What do you do?
Is my religion check, do I understand like customs associated with religions?
Yeah, I'll say that. Yeah.
Okay, so if there's a way that I could get into the priest's, like if there's a confessional area or something like that where I could enter respectfully and in a way that's within protocol for this church, I'd like to do that.
Okay, it's very, very simple. You can go knock on the door if you wish.
Okay.
To see if there's a priest within.
That's what I'll do. I'll knock on the door.
Okay. As you knock on the door, you hear a voice go, "Oh, just a moment," and comes over and opens the door, and you see a middle-aged halfling woman wearing simple, just wool robes, and you can see in the back room it's just a small bedroom. Like there's a bed, a small writing desk, a bookshelf. It's tidy. The candlelight coming through. It is dark outside by this point. It was sunlight, or just beginning to be dusk when you got to the tavern. She says, "Oh, hello there, stranger. What can I do for you?"
Good afternoon, madame. I come to seek the counsel and advice of the priest of this Palor.
Well, you found her.
I drop to my knees, grab her hands, and say, "Please help me."
Oh no, what's wrong with you, hon?
Whoa. Why is she from Fargo?
Oh, that's just where I'm from.
I'm on an errand from the fiend to murder the proprietors of temples who sacrifice to the other deities who grant warlockian powers to warlocks. And since this is a Palor temple,
It's pronounced Palor.
Palor,
Dear.
I mean no harm to you, but I must break free from this fiendish fiend.
Well, I just I administer to the little flock I got here. I don't know much about
Fiend.
fiends.
Killing me.
But from what I do know, once you make a deal with the devil, it's kind of bad news. I think you gotta. The devils, they're real tight about their rules. So you might need to speak to I don't
Exorcist?
know, an expert on demon rules. As far as gods that would sacrifice, this accent has gone from Minnesota to just
Sarah Palin
Yeah.
to Alaska.
I can see the demons from my door.
all right. So let's shift focus back to Harooon.
Harooon.
Harooon, you stepped back into the tavern.
I did.
And what you see when you go back in is the fellow that had popped you in the face with the door. He's kind of standing in the middle of the tavern. The bard that was tucked away in a corner has stopped playing. All the denizens of the tavern are all standing up. Women are clutching at their pearls and whatnot. He has apparently told a story to these folks that have got them rattled. The old men and farmers are starting to get up and move about. You hear one of them say, "Oh, I'll go grab my pitchfork." They seem to be assembling a mob.
I say, sit thee down, peasants. And I go up to the sulfur-smelling fella.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell him, where are these goblins that have your girl?
He says, "Aye, matey. They be north of town, and you can lay to that." No,
Very, very good.
he tells you that he relates a story that was told to him by his wife. He wasn't there when this happened. Their young daughter was grabbed by goblins and carried north into the boar woods that lie north of town.
North into the boar woods. I was going north anyway. Perfect. I will go and slay these foul creatures in an attempt to rescue your daughter. What's her name again?
Oh, her name is Bess. And I thank
I
you,
will-
sir.
I will go and rescue your Bess, and ye townfolk can sit and lay to that. And yes, goodbye. All right. I run out the door, and I run straight to the church.
Okay.
Do I see Rygar?
Eruga is inside. You do not see Eruga anywhere unless you go inside.
All right, I bust open the door to the church.
Okay, you see Eruga sitting there. Did Eruga prostrate?
Eruga rose back up.
Okay, so you
Straighten
see
themselves up.
You see the cloaked figure and a middle-aged halfling woman speaking at the altar.
Out of my way, Peck.
Excuse me. It's allergies. I'm not sick. Lest you think I'm sick.
You keep telling yourself that.
The
All right.
The cleric says, "Oh, I've got a cure for your allergies." She casts minor cure wounds on you.
You got to roll for that, DM.
House rule: you don't have to roll for jokes.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
They're always jokes are always a success.
All right. I run up to the cloaked figure.
You hear me like finish what I'm saying. Not that you did a lot of help, but I have made a decision on this day. I will murder no more. Fiend be damned. I'm going to commit my life to doing good to right the wrongs that I have wrought upon this cruel, cruel world.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Oh yeah.
All right. Well, as I hear that, I grab him and spin him around to face me. Him, her, the cloaked figure. And I say, you can start now. Prove your worth to me. We will slay these goblins and return this child. And after that, I will follow thee on thy quest.
I do like a thumbs up. And I say,
With the mage hand?
no, because I didn't think of that. If I thought of it, then yes. But I do a thumbs up and I say, let's do it.
All right, cool. So I drop a few... you didn't tell me how much money I started with.
Let's see.
Mine is in the character sheet.
Mine is not. Or is it? Oh, it is. 15 gold pieces. I see it.
Yeah,
How much did I spend at the bar?
you said a few coppers, so like pennies on the
So
dollar.
I've got $14.99.
Yeah, basically.
I dropped $1.99 in the Temple of Palor's buckets.
Okay.
I don't
that
drop
brings me
anything because
down
the proprietor was not that helpful.
That drops me to 13 gold pieces, and I say, quick, we must head north to the Boar Woods.
I don't really want to go north. I told you that.
We're
But
only
okay,
going
so
to
be
the
it.
woods.
I'm turning over a new leaf here.
We'll say the destruction was far to the north.
Okay.
Like, the Boar Woods are just on the edge of town.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Yeah, we're not going that far.
Let's come up with a team name, Harooon.
You say as you walk into the edge of the Boar Woods, night has fallen. It's a spring night. Crickets are chirping. You smell a faint smell of honeysuckle on the wind as you enter the dusky woods.
Honeysuckle. Yes, what is this team name you would like to have? And what is your name again?
Eruga. Let's do Team Good Guys for life with the number 4 instead of FOR. The Elvish, let's do the Elvish symbol for 4.
Harooon looks at you as if to say, that's lame.
I say, sorry, I'm new to this whole being good thing.
Let's just be the champions of Hamfast. For today. Tomorrow we may be the champions of Eternia.
Champ Fests.
No.
That's the team name.
No.
You call it what you want. I'm calling us Champ Fest.
Fine, let's go. Look for goblin tracks. And I actually do start to search for goblin tracks.
Okay, roll a survival check. So there'll be D20, and that is something you're proficient in, so it's +3.
That would be 10.
10, you actually do see on your way a few goblin tracks. Some of them old, some of them new. You can't, with that roll, you can't really differentiate the new from the old.
Okay.
But they seem to continue in a northward direction. Also, you do see some boar tracks as well, which apparently is where the boar wood gets its name from.
Okay. I say, Eruga, tracks. Let's follow these north.
I don't say anything, but I make it clear that I'm into the idea.
Actually,
You are mysterious indeed, my friend.
I look at you, raise one eyebrow, and then I lower that eyebrow back down.
I goofed, but I'm not going to make you re-roll, Elijah. But from moving forward, as a human, you are in a dark wood at night, and you do not have dark vision. So keep that in mind, unless you would like to light a torch.
Don't make a deal with the fiend, I can tell you that much.
I do not wish to light a torch because as a barbarian in the wood at night, I do not wish to draw attention to myself.
Okay. So are y'all moving stealthily?
No, quickly.
You're moving quickly.
Do I have some prestidigitation that gives me like night sight?
As a tiefling, you have dark vision up to I think it's 60 feet. So
So just follow my lead, Harooon.
Okay.
We'll get the spore.
roll a perception check.
14.
So that'll be plus. Let's see. Plus 0, so 14.
14.
After a time moving, following these tracks that Harooon pointed out to you, you do come upon a very large boar. And even though you said you weren't moving stealthily, he still seems to fail to notice you. He's rooting around for some grubs.
Okay. Does this boar have in its jaws a person? A bess, perhaps?
No.
What do you think, Harooon?
Is
You
this
hungry?
a large boar or a small boar?
It is. It seems like it might be abnormally large. Dire, even.
I'm going to do a reckless attack.
Okay.
Reckless attack, when you make your first attack on your turn, you can decide to attack recklessly. Doing so gives you advantage on melee weapon attack rolls using strength during this turn.
Right. Okay. First, let me get you to roll a stealth check to see if you successfully sneak up on this boar.
That's going to be a D20 again, I assume.
Yes.
15.
Okay. And you are not proficient, so it'd be plus dex, so plus 2.
Yes.
So yeah, I'll he rolled really poorly on his perception. Must be some good truffles down in that dirt that he's digging up. So excuse me.
Fatal wound to the lubbers out there. Which, by the way, I don't think I told you guys. Lubbers for we're talking about name for Book Club Nation. Lubbers with an apostrophe, like as if like clubbers, but like lubbers, like in
I like it.
Treasure Island.
I like it.
So for those lubbers out there, Dylan and I are drinking mimosas, and they're making me especially burpy. I keep trying to move the microphone away and like cover my mouth, but if you hear it, and apparently Dylan too is a little burpy. So just so you lubbers know, we're not just gross all the time.
That's gross. All right. With the great sword is what I'm swinging at.
Okay, so you have surprise on this round. So go ahead, roll 2 d20s and take the higher of the 2.
With strength as well, right?
Well, yeah, with strength and proficiency, so it's plus 5.
That would be a 16.
That is a hit. So roll
Lovely.
damage.
Damage for great sword is
It'll be 2d6 plus
2d6 plus 3. So let me 2d6. Modifier 3. This is awesome. I like this little app. Hold on. 2d6 plus 3. 12.
12 points of damage.
12.
You sneak up on this boar, and with a startling yell, you bring down your greatsword and gash him on the back of his hide. Again, this is an abnormally large boar, and seems to have quite a thick hide. So even quite a thick hide. So even though you do gash him, it is not a mortal wound. Now it's time to roll initiative. So guys, roll. Roll
Is it still D4?
No, it's D20.
Okay.
And you're going to add your dex modifier.
Ooh, hell yeah.
So I got a 13 on my whatever this is. Dex check?
This is called initiative.
Initiative.
Basically means it's fight time.
Okay.
And the initiative scores decides who goes when.
Okay.
So what did
I got 21.
So I'm going to say Harooon goes first.
19 plus 2. Let's see
And
here.
what was yours, 13?
13 after the modifier.
All right, Harooon. It's your
time.
turn.
All right, I'm going to bring my greatsword up back in the air.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to yell, "Die, pig!" And I'm going to slash again.
Hold on. How much was that damage? I'm sorry. It was 12?
I don't know. I've already cleared it out. Yeah, that's right. Because it was 2d6 plus 3 is 12.
Okay. So you're making another attack. Is this going to be a reckless attack?
This is not.
Okay.
Because I don't think that's how it works.
Yeah, you can when you make your first attack on your turn.
Mm-hmm.
So like the one that
But
you
then
already did,
you have advantages against me after that.
right? So the
But
one
the
that
one
you
I
already did
was surprised.
Yeah, it was your surprise turn. So this is your next turn. So if you want
so
to,
not-
you could.
So not, just normal.
Okay.
So roll to hit. And that would be a 17 plus... What are my pluses?
I think it's +5 on your greatsword. Yeah, +5.
Plus 5 to hit. Yep, so 22.
All right, that hits. Give me some damage.
And that would be 2d6 again, plus 3. That's going to be 15.
Damn, swinging that. Swinging that big
Yeah.
old sword.
And just for Lubber Nation out there, I am not cheating. This is like the little random dice generator thing that Wizards of the Coast has online.
Okay. Anything else you want to do with your turn here? You've used your action. You also have a bonus action, and also your movement remaining. Pretty much the only thing you can do with your bonus action is rage. Your movement, I think you get 35 feet, 30 feet. And if you move out of melee range with the boar, he gets an attack of opportunity.
I wish to do nothing.
Okay. All right, into your turn. Now it's Eruga's turn.
Aruga
Aruga.
is going to come fast and heavy with the Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Wait, what was my... Oh, yeah, Magic Hand. Mage Hand. No, I can't do nothing with that.
You can tickle his fanny.
I'm going to do like as many Eldritch Blasts as I can. No. Yeah, I'm not going to use Burning Hands on a pig.
Okay. So what you're going to do is roll a d20.
9.
All right, and then you're going to add for Eldritch Blast +5.
Okay, so that would be 14.
That just meets the boar's AC, so that is a hit. So you're going to roll damage now.
20 again?
No, it's a 1d10 +3.
D10 is 12. So I connected. Now I'm just trying to figure out how much it's for.
Right. That's a d10.
5.
Plus 3 is
8.
So you do 8 points of damage. In a quick manner, like this big ass mean boar is looking slashed and gashed, and from your hands you emit like this crackling beam of green energy that like singes him. So he's looking pretty rough, and it's his turn. Unless you have anything you want to do with a bonus action, or
Do I have more? I want to keep going with the.
Well, you have in combat. You have an action, a bonus action, movement that you can use. You use your action to cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay. What's a bonus action?
It doesn't look like you have any abilities that allow you a bonus action.
So I got to level up first.
Yeah,
Okay.
or yeah.
Movement. I'm gonna move behind the barbarian. I'm gonna
Okay, so you're going to get a little bit closer and get kind of into the fray.
No.
But so you're keeping your distance, but you're getting behind the barbarian.
Yeah, between the barbarian and the board.
Oh shit! I should have had you roll with disadvantage, Elijah, because you can't see where it's shit. But again, I suck. That's my.
I
fault.
mean, I don't know, man. He's a barbarian. You would think he could fight in the woods at night.
Well, I mean, he can. He just can't see where it's shit. All right,
He snuck up on the boar. I mean, we saw the boar, so like it wouldn't matter. He knew where it
like
was.
I know where I'm swinging. Yeah.
Don't beat yourself up, DM. You're good. You're doing
Yeah, I
good.
think you're doing great. You're doing great, Dylan.
All right,
Great.
it's the boar's turn. The boar is going to try to run away. So, Harooon, you will get an attack of opportunity, but you are going to have to do a disadvantage. So roll 2 d20s
Okay.
and take the lower of the two.
3 plus my pluses, so 8.
Yeah, so that's not going to be enough. The dire boar moves, let's see, his movement is 40 feet. So he gets about a good 40 feet away from you, deeper into the woods. Do you pursue?
Yes.
Okay, I will tell you that roll a survival check, Harooon. It is your turn.
Okay. It is my turn. D20 roll coming up. Survival is a proficiency of mine, is it not?
Yes. So plus 3.
So that would be a 20.
Okay, you can tell pretty easily, even in the dark forest, that this boar is outpacing you. You can follow, but
No. What's it got? 40 feet on me?
well, your movement is 30 feet. His movement's 40 feet, so you can close the gap within 10 each round. But that's he'll constantly be gaining 10 feet on you.
I have 3 javelins.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I'm using them. But we have to roll initiative again, do we not?
No, we're still in combat.
All right, well then I'm throwing a javelin.
Okay. So yeah,
So this is definitely going to be with a disadvantage.
right because it's
Because A, I'm running, B, it's dark, C, there's trees and shit in the way.
right.
And he's a little bitty pig. All right, so I roll 2 d20s and take the lower.
Correction. He's an abnormally large pig.
He is some pig.
He is little to me, Harooon.
All right, yeah. So 2d20, take the lower of the two.
That would be 4 plus 5 to hit.
Your javelin finds purchase in a tree right next to the boar as he makes his great escape.
I shout out loud in Dwarvish, shit!
Eruga, it's your turn. Do you close the gap and let off an eldritch blast?
No, I'll just say to my companion Harooon, why are we attacking a boar? This is bad audio, Harooon.
The bacon is delicious, my mysterious friend.
I have some kumquats.
I'm looking at your character sheet here, and in fact, you do not have any kumquats.
Kumquats. Okay. Okay. Well, I do pursue the boar then.
Okay. Upon the realization that there are no kumquats within your adventurer's pack, you take foot and follow the boar and Harooon. Do you let loose another Eldritch Blast?
I'm not in range for what is it? Magic hands, burning hands, jazz hands.
Yeah, Burning Hands. It's like a 15-foot cone.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's farther away than that, right?
Yeah. He's well, no, he would be within 10 feet.
Okay.
But I would say that Harooon is also within that 10 feet. So he would get a little Burning Hands as well.
How big a boy are you, Harooon?
Harooon no like fire.
Okay, I'm gonna throw some
You're gonna digitate.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Look, man, I'm still in front of you. You could hit me with that too. But go ahead.
No, I think he's fine.
No, I think I can do a curve.
Yeah, okay.
Blast.
Go ahead.
All right, so it would be D20.
17.
All right, plus 5.
So 22.
So it's a good hit.
Okay.
Give me some damage. Is that D10 again?
3.
Plus 3?
6.
Harooon, you see buzzing right past your ear a glowing green beam of energy that whistles by and strikes the boar true as he crumples into a heap on the
Yay.
ground.
I bet that's a thing. Everybody in D&D does that, right?
I always do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I was the first person to ever think that. I was like,
No.
no, everybody does this, I'm sure.
All right. I shout out, "Yay, good shot, my companion."
I say, champ fast.
I grab my javelin out of the tree.
Okay, good call.
I put a copper on each eye of the boar.
You put a kumquat in his mouth.
I don't have any kumquats otherwise, but a copper on each eye. And then I put it back, take it back and put it in my pocket.
I do, in fact, take my hand axe and begin to skin it and gut it immediately.
Okay, roll a survival check. So
All right.
D20 plus 3.
9.
Yeah, that's enough. I mean, you waste some meat. You leave some meat on the bones there, but you do skin it and gut it, and you're able to get some back straps. Ted Nugent would be proud.
Sweet. I put it all inside my drum. I have a drum, apparently.
Okay, like I think that's like a musical instrument drum.
Yeah, yeah,
works,
yeah. I know. I put all the pig meat in the drum.
That's awesome.
Okay.
And look around for goblin tracks.
All right, so that'll be a new survival check from you.
All right.
It's still nighttime. You can't
With
see
disadvantage because it, as Ansel reminded me, it is nighttime, and you cannot see very well.
Well, let's see. The worst between 5 and 5 would be 5.
Okay, so I think plus 3.
8.
All right, so that is not enough. You seem to have lost the trail of
Shit.
goblins.
But we have bacon.
slap his bicep, just like. Damn your eyes!
Damn your
Too
weak
late.
human eyes.
Too late. Find the tracks, Eruga.
Yeah, Eruga can see in the dark, but you're less trained in tracking as the barbarian.
It's a real like Gene
Hello?
Wilder, Richard Pryor type situation.
Right. We gotta see no evil, hear no evil.
Got you. Okay, so I have you hold on to my cloak. Hold on to my cloak,
Okay.
and then I start following those tracks.
Well, you got to roll to find him first.
Oh, we were off. We're that far off.
Yeah, y'all both had to chase after the boar a little bit to be in range.
The 20.
It's a D20, and you don't add anything. Natural 20. That's our first natural 20.
Ooh.
So without much effort, your dark vision, which is like a black and white sort of night vision sort of thing, you can find the shadows, and once you point them out to Harooon can use his knowledge to kind of refine the path, and then you see as you begin to follow, there's several goblin tracks that you can follow, and they continue to head north into the woods.
I want to follow the alpha goblin.
The alpha goblin.
Yeah.
They're all heading in the same direction.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
That is good.
More goblins for me to slaughter.
All right. As night continues to descend, just a pale sliver of moonlight cutting through the branches. Are the two of you moving stealthily through the woods?
I'm not bothering to move stealthily.
No, and I would say also speedily. We've got a kid to rescue.
Okay. All right. Eventually, you...
Wait, what'd you roll?
That's none of your business.
He rolled something. I can see it in his eyes. Get ready. Get your sword out, Harooon.
That's not how this works.
Get your sword out. God has rolled the dice for us.
Once again, Terry Goodkind. Thank you. Or no, not Terry Goodkind. God.
Terry Pratchett.
Pratchett. Jesus.
Terry R.R. Pratchett.
Yeah.
All right, so
the color of D20. Go ahead.
After a period of time, you come upon a clearing. And
I say, look, a clearing.
well, hang on now. There's okay, and you can see this, Harooon, because you kind of escape the woods and it's kind of bathed in moonlight, and the tracks lead up this hill in the clearing, and upon the hill you see an old, small stone building with like Doric columns around the outside.
Wait, what kind of columns?
Doric.
Sounded like you said dork.
Dork columns?
Doric.
I think that's the right word.
Doric is like the plain one, I think. Like they're Greek, but they're real plain Greek columns.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like
I did not know that word.
Like
That's
your
new to me.
basic
Okay.
Roman columns. You got like a little Parthenon up on this hill.
Yeah.
Got you.
What adventures do you do?
Here's the quagmire I'm in. I may be bound to slaughter the temple guy. If this is that kind of temple where they kill people, the fiend made seedy as he is, made a deal with me where he exerts control over me in temples and holy worship sites, provided that
Now,
so I might not be
time out.
myself when
Once
I get
again,
there.
hold on. Are you saying this out loud?
Yes, I'm telling you, Harooon.
Shit. Okay.
So I might not be able to control myself when I go there. That's my problem. That's my Achilles heel.
That's what I plan on, my friend. Ha ha ha.
So if you have to kill me, don't do that.
Don't worry. I will.
No, I'm saying don't. If you feel like you have to kill me in order to get out of here.
Can I roll an intelligence check to see if I caught that?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
All right.
So it'd be D20 minus 1.
I keep forgetting that you're a moron.
He is of average intelligence.
Oh, okay.
10.
So yeah. 10's good enough. You understand what he's saying.
Okay. I have you. But just know that if you kill something holy, then I have to do what I do.
I don't know. I black out. I don't know what happens, and then I wake up, and I have.
Bullshit. That's werewolf cop out. I don't buy it.
It is. You're right.
So just don't kill anything holy.
I'll do
We're
my
here
best.
to kill goblins and get the girl.
I'll do my best.
All right. Cool. What's her name? Bess.
I
If Bess turns out to be a cow, I'm gonna be pissed, and we're gonna have more food in the drum.
well, I mean, well, maybe if y'all had stayed in the tavern to hear the blacksmith's full story,
Yeah, that's
You
a
would-
good point.
you would know exactly the nature of Bess.
Is it too late to turn around and go back to the tavern?
No,
Like, wait a minute.
you can do exactly what you want to do.
Let's
It is past midnight at this point.
okay. Let's go knock on the farmer's door. Okay, if it's okay, that's a good check. If he's up, pacing back and forth, human. If he's asleep at midnight, cow.
Cow. All right. Stop. Let's do a situation check. We've got this Roman temple on the hill in the clearing in a sliver of moonlight after midnight, and the tracks lead up to it. Yes.
Yes.
All right. Are there any lights in there? Do we see any visible torchlight, flames flickering, anything like that?
There is no visible light but the moonlight.
Do we hear anything?
That would require you to roll a perception check.
I'm going to roll a perception check. Hold on just a second. I get bonuses to being perceptive.
Proficiencies. You are perceptive, so you +3 to perception.
All right. Rolling. That's 11 plus 3, 14.
Okay, This is what you hear. Your languages are Common, Dwarvish, and Giant. Is that right?
That is correct.
You hear some faint whispers in an unknown language coming from up on the hill.
Can you give us an example? Can you?
Ooh.
Deep doop. Pew. But whispered. You can also, with that perception
Like
check,
that movie, Earth Girls Are Easy. Did you ever see that?
that's probably my top 10 favorite movies of all
That's
time.
kind of that language a little bit. I haven't seen it in like 20 years, but
Whiplop.
yeah, that's what it is. Dude.
All right, moving on.
All right.
moving
Also,
on,
with
moving
that
on.
perception check, you see two humanoid figures up by what will be the front of the temple.
How tall of a humanoid figure?
From this distance and with that roll, you can't really distinguish. It's your size or smaller. You
Would I have recognized goblin language?
roll an intelligence check.
Okay.
You Eruga, roll a perception check as well to see if you hear or see any of this.
That's a 2.
Yeah, that's a no dog.
8. 8 minus 1, so 7.
Yeah, you can't recognize the dialect as goblin.
All right. I'm speaking directly to Eruga, quietly, whispering. What do we do?
If we go, what if we both go into there willy nilly? Especially, I mean, they've already smelled your pig drum by now. So if they're goblins, right?
Point of order: don't give the DM any ideas.
God damn you.
Well, I think we're probably about to die. Harooon, if you want my
It's about time. It's about time to end the episode anyway. So, hey, I'm going to give you this potion of healing, okay? Take this. Take this potion of healing. Take it.
Okay, all right.
All right. Now, take this healer's kit.
Okay,
All right, you got him?
got it.
I have 13 gold pieces. Take that, too.
Okay.
I'm carrying the drum. I'm going to run in, and I'm going to go all berserker rage. But, like, if it's innocent people and stuff, you got to stop me.
I don't know what
So
any
you
of this,
come
this
in-
is this language.
You got to come in behind me, man. I'm going to go in, and, like, when I see evil, I'm going to kill it. But if it's not evil, I'm probably still going to kill it, and you got to stop me.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Intelligence check
And hey,
yourself
man.
before you intelligence wreck
Hey, man.
yourself. That's not a good
And if
idea.
if it looks like it's going all sideways, just get out.
I'm leaning that
And
way
go tell-
anyway. But let me tell you this. That's not a good idea. We need to be stealthy.
Hey, for all I know, my wife is in there.
Yeah, but one of my prestidigitation tricks is levitation. I could float around this bitch.
Yeah,
It's levitation.
No, not quite. That's a higher level spell that you do not have.
Ah, crap. Okay.
Noob. All right. Hey, look, man. I can
Hang
go
on.
all reckless. I can go all reckless
Let
barbarian,
me check-
crazy berserk.
Let me check something real quick, just because y'all used pre-made characters that
Yeah, we are lazy.
and Ansel. Yeah, fly is a 3rd level spell.
Crap, I'm level 2. Did I not get a level from killing that boar with the magic spell?
Not quite, no.
Crap.
We should go back and kill more
We
boars.
should. We
Yeah,
should go kill
farm boars.
Yeah, we need to kill slimes
This
and
We've gone from D&D to World of Warcraft now. I need y'all to collect 10 boar skins from the boar wood and take them back to...
But that one was a dire boar, so it was worth 3.
Unfortunately, it didn't drop any skin, so...
Truly World of Warcraft.
Yeah, unfortunately, at first level, I'm not seeing any warlock spells that could help you levitate.
okay. Well, here's the deal, Harooon. We can't just go barging in there. Like, I don't know. Let's assume that there are as many things in there as there are ants in an ant bed.
That's many things.
Yes, and they are going to look upon us as hostile interlopers. We can assume both of those things. So if you and I, or you or I, go in there, we can itching to fight. We can expect death to come swiftly to Champ Fest. And,
I have been dead these 20 long years.
well, you say that,
But I will follow you. We must find out what's there. Do you suggest a diplomatic approach?
since the stakes are so high at this point, I think it might behoove us to go back to the village to make sure that this is not a cow. Since we are risking life and limb to, we don't even know if this is the right place. We don't know if these are goblins. Even this is just all kinds of stupid.
Maybe so, but Eruga, I must see you prove yourself in battle if I am to follow you in your quest.
I'm a tiefling warlock too.
I have no idea what that word means.
You want a willpower like mine? You want a taste of fire? The price is
I know.
high, but the flames are sweet.
I don't like fire.
All right, we need to make up our mind. That's the thing. Should we stay or should we go? You gotta let me know.
I say we stay. I say we fight.
All right, let's do it.
Because that clearly sounds like goblin to me.
All right, let's go kill some goblin. Let's go hunt some orc.
That's my boy.
All right.
All right.
So how are you doing this? Are you going to try and approach?
Well, I think it's a compromise. I think we just walk up the hill and see what's what, and then I'll go apeshit berserk if I need to.
I say I ride into the temple on your back, so it looks like just one person at first. So they're like, whatever. And then like I do some prestidigitation where it looks like way more people.
That's a good idea. Just don't kick the meat out of the drum.
All right.
So y'all are gonna like Dread Pirate Roberts this like
Yeah, definitely.
On-
I've got this big ass bearskin cloak, and we're gonna throw that over and do some Dread Pirate Roberts. Can you change your voice? You can cantrip,
I can cantrip, yeah.
you can trip.
dude. Make yourself as demonic as possible.
That would be more along the lines of thaumaturgy and not prestidigitation.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, you would be able to like send some sparks and stuff, but you wouldn't be able to change the volume of your voice or anything.
I'm going to send some sparks and stuff, yeah.
Okay.
All right, who would have the deeper voice?
I would think you.
All right, and what's the most harsh sounding language, Dwarvish or Giant? Ooh, if you're on my back, I'll just speak Giant.
There we go. We can combine our cloaks to look like a singular cloaked individual who speaks Giant.
Okay. There we go. There we go.
All right. So what I will need for this to complete, I will say that you can get on his shoulders without a problem. As you make your way up this hill, as a matter of fact, mark on your character sheets that are digital and you cannot mark on, that you each have...
I printed mine out.
I'm going to give you each 1d8 inspiration for your plot here. Inspiration you can use to... you can add it to any roll except for damage on an attack.
Okay. Nice, thank you.
Also,
Thank you,
new.
Dungeon Master.
It's like a one-time use. Like you are inspired, and I give it at my discretion since you used your wits to come up with a plan.
Yeah.
Eruga, you are now on Haroon's shoulders.
Okay.
You are cloaked. Harooon, give me a strength check just to see how well you get up this slight hill. Not real steep, but a slight hill.
That's an 8 with the +3 bonus.
You stumble a little bit. I will give Eruga a chance to give a dexterity check.
Okay, to compensate for his
Yeah.
imbalance. Okay.
Yeah. So D20
12.
+3. So no, +2. So you're good. You're able to stay up.
But we're not looking like no giant.
Uh
We're looking awkward AF.
that's a different role that we're about to see.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to do any Eruga, any prestidigitation?
Oh yeah. Oh yes. the whole time I'm doing.
So tell me what you want to do.
Actually, what do giants do? They just kind of walk around like
Yeah.
yeah.
But I mean, the language giant is also spoken by like ogres and typically all larger humanoids.
Okay, so I don't have like a incantation that lets me sound ogre-like or whatever.
Well, no, what y'all were going to do is that Harooon was going to do the speaking because he actually knows the language giant.
Yes.
But what you're doing is you're kind of giving it flair with your magic. And have you thrown back your hood to reveal your demonic visage?
Not yet. I haven't. No.
Okay. So what form does your light show?
It looks
take?
like it looks like we're casting shadows, sort of looming shadows all over the place as we come up. Like you can't escape, no matter where you are. You can't escape the sense of like movement and sort of like encroachment upon your personal space is what it feels like.
Okay. All right. And Harooon, what do you say in giant?
I say, as loud and as deeply and as growly and berry as I can.
I am Batman.
Yeah, you got it. No, I say,
Want to know how I got?
be gone. What?
No, never mind.
Go ahead. All right. I say, be gone from this holy place, lest the wrath of Pelor fall upon you.
All right.
Over and over again.
So what I will need you to do, Harooon, is to roll a deception check. So it'll be D20 plus your charisma modifier, which I think is 0. Yeah, so it's 0, and you're not. But you do have advantage because of the Red Pirate Roberts get up.
Okay. So I get to roll again and take the higher of the two.
That's right.
And that would be a 14.
All right. The 2 goblin sentries see you as you kind of stumble up this hill. Speaking in goblin.
So they are
Right.
goblins.
Speaking in giant, you can see as you close the ranks. You, Eruga, Harooon can't see anything because
Okay,
he's
'cause he's
behind
under-
a cloak. You do see the form of 2 goblins sitting at the front of this temple.
I say to Harooon, "Hey, 2 goblins sitting at the front of this temple."
Okay.
Harooon says, "Sweet."
These 2 goblins, as they begin to visibly quake before you, and they look to possibly run in the opposite direction, but as they see shadows encroaching from all directions, they scutter inside of the temple.
Future drum meet, Harooon.
Shit.
So yeah, the coast and the path to the entrance is clear.
Do we keep up the guys and go in like this, or do we go in ready to fight?
We could just like close the door and like put a chair on it, and then just
And wait it out?
have him under siege. I don't know. This is something we should talk about. Since I'm the, I say we go in giant form. I think we have a better chance of making an impact.
Okay.
So let's retain our disguise. Are we getting better
Okay.
at sort of like walking and stuff?
Yeah, it was really just the hill that was
the
giving
hill?
you trouble.
Okay.
Once you get up to the top of the hill, you kind of get used to it a little bit, and can,
All right, I'm going to toss my cloak back to reveal my horns.
Okay.
Do a little prestidigitation. Can I make them like change appearance?
You can't change appearance. You could like wreathe them in flame.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Horns wreathed in flame. And I'm going to say to Harooon, dude, I wish you could see this. It's awesome.
See, I smell fire. I don't like fire.
It's a match.
Okay. So, are you proceeding into the small?
It's up to Harooon
How
because he's the legs.
small?
But I say
Is he
forward.
going to hit his head and fall off?
You would have to take care as you approach the entrance. You see a set of stairs that descends downward.
This changes everything.
The clearance is about 10
Haroo-
feet, so your horns are kind of scraping the ceiling.
10 feet's plenty. We
Yeah,
got
and
this.
I have the high ground, so what do we have to worry about?
Don't try it, Anakin. All right, let's do it. Let's go. Let's just walk in. Fuck it.
All right, and you're continuing to repeat. What was that you were saying in Giant? Clear.
Be gone from this holy place, lest the wrath of Pelor fall upon you.
Okay, you
Or Pelor.
So by now I
the
can.
paladin god.
By now I know the words. Can I say it too? So it sounds like
right, but you don't understand what you're saying. Roll a d20. We'll call it a performance check.
12.
We'll say and plus 3, so 15. Yeah. You can repeat the words.
Okay.
But you do not know what he's saying.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to start repeating it too. So it sounds like otherworldly, kind of like
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so you proceed down the stairs, and at the bottom of the stairs, they take a short right. You enter about a 15-foot square room, 15 square foot room. There is a brazier in the center of the room. Did you guys know that word was not pronounced brazier? Brazier.
I did know that. Yes.
I did not.
I did not know that either.
A friend of mine used to work at a Dairy Queen, and some Dairy Queens have braziers. But that's how I knew.
Nice.
Just so we're clear, what the hell's a brazier?
It's like a small. Well, I mean, this one's not small. It's fairly large. It's kind of like a fire pit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a fire pit.
Right, but there's no fire in it. Again, we're still real dark. As a matter of fact, let me get a dexterity check from Harooon walking down the stairs blindly.
That would be a natural 19.
Okay, so you're good. You're able to navigate the stairs.
We don't need to light the brazier because I can see just fine. What do I see when I look around this room?
You see 4 goblins. 2 of them are frantic, trying to talk to 2 other goblins that do not seem to understand what they're talking about. The words are like zip zip zip, huge your tea, zip zip zip.
Whiplock. Zebo. All right.
The rocket.
Just in case, like in preparation for a brawl, I can see them, but my companion Harooon cannot. So I'm going to do a little. Do I have to be like in combat to do Eldritch Blast?
Yes.
But can I do like a prestidigitation, like lighting of the fire from across the room?
Yes.
That's what I would like to do. I would like to light that brazier, so in case, if need be, Harooon can see what's going on.
Okay.
So much fire.
So in an instant, the room bursts into light, and let me get you to roll an intimidation check.
6.
So I think that's +3. Let me pull you up here. Oh, you get +5, so that's 11. That's enough
Okay.
to frighten these 4, the 2 goblins that now understand what the other 2 goblins were talking about, and they proceed further back into the room.
Okay. You said this is 15 square feet. That's like 3 by 5. That's like the size of your kitchen.
You
It has a
mean
brazier and
15
4
square
I mean, it's
meters?
15 by 15.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's, all right, I was about to say.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
A 225 square foot room.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
But yes, these 4 goblins retreat into the hallway at the back of the room from where you are.
Okay, I'm making a map. That's first mention of the hallway at the back of the room, and they're leaving the room. All right.
All right.
But I assume I'm still not seeing any
Right.
of this.
You can hear the footfalls in the goblinoid language, but you are not seeing any of this. Right. Let's see. As they're running down the hall, you see you hear a click, and you see a scythe come from the bottom of the ceiling and pretty much splits one of the goblins in twain. And then slowly clicks back up into the ceiling. Kind of guillotine-esque action there.
Kind of like a clockwork booby trap from like a video game from the 1990s.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, the remaining 3 goblins seem to round the corner and escape out of sight frantically. Let's get perception checks from the both of you.
A 10.
You are not proficient, so that's straight up 10.
And I have a 3.
Okay, so that's...
Yeah, but I am proficient, but still. Perception. Senses. That's passive perception.
You're +3, so it'd be 6.
Yeah.
Eruga, you notice that there are carvings on the outside of the wall on this room.
Okay.
Other than that, y'all don't see a whole lot.
Oh shit, Harooon, they have carvings on this wall. What are we gonna do?
What language are the carvings?
It looks. I don't know. Perception. What do I perceive this to be?
Well, as
You would make an intelligence check.
Seeing as how part of one of your one of your warlock invocations was that you could read
That's right.
anything.
I forgot about that.
Smart. It appears as common to you since that is your natural
Understood.
language.
Okay, so I read it. What does it say?
It says,
Speak, friend.
I, Sextus Varius, swear the Delian oath to serve law, battle chaos, and strive to keep the Delian lore secret, is what it says. And there are carvings like, I get pictographs, is that the right word? Not as crude as like hieroglyphics, but like, a Renaissance style.
Like a fresco?
Right, depicting like the deeds of an order of knights. Roll a intelligence check.
8.
Plus 1, so 9.
So I can't make head nor tail of it.
Yeah, it just looks like your standard knights doing deeds.
It's like people bowing and people being given stuff.
And battle
light
and
sunshine, blah, blah, blah. Who
yeah.
cares?
Halos,
Yeah.
a bunch of dumb crap.
Okay. Any goblins?
Huh?
Any goblins in the picture?
No, there are no goblins.
All right. I explain all that to Harooon. What do you make of it, Harooon?
Well, this is not a temple of Palor, obviously.
There is sunlight in the picture, in the depiction.
Well, maybe these are some sort of Knights of Palor. But what was it called? The secret of what?
The oath read, I, Sextus Varius, swear the Delian oath to serve law, battle chaos, and strive to keep the Delian lore secret.
So there's some secret in here, dude.
Delian lore. What is Delia? Wackadelia? Sandwiches are good.
I got that reference.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. But I say we go kill those goblins.
You can...
Remember about this giant scythe that comes from the ceiling and kills people.
I'll tell you what you can do. You can make a history check to see if you know anything.
Can we both do that?
Yes, it's a D20.
15.
I will withhold my roll. Or do I have to?
No, you can withhold. That's fine. So it's a +1. You know about a order of knights that used to reside in this area long ago.
Oh, I know about an order of knights that used to reside in this area long ago.
That essentially kept the peace.
They essentially kept the peace.
Upheld the law.
Yeah. Upholding of the law, that sort of stuff.
That's pretty much it.
That's really what they did. They were kind of like the they were kind of like the 12. Did not allow any bumping of gas.
All right. Well, I make neither heads nor tail of it, but we need to figure out how that trap works.
I agree. That's probably the thing I'm interested most in is how not to be killed by this swinging trap.
Yes.
There's a secret. Is there like an array of cups on the wall that we have to pick one from and drink from?
No,
because I want the
there's
dirt.
not.
I want the dirty.
The penitent must kneel though.
Huh?
The penitent need to kneel.
Oh, okay. So we need to kneel.
Okay, so
we need tanks.
You proceed into the hallway, make an investigation roll.
Okay.
So be D20.
Tree.
That's not good enough.
No. I
I
figured.
roll a 9, but I want to use my 1d8 inspiration.
But
Or is
before
it?
you,
Or am I still in the cloak?
before you do that, yes, you are still in the cloak.
So I can't do it.
I will say that you have advantage on this roll because, like, the goblin was pretty much.
He tipped us off. To
Yeah,
it.
yeah, and like he was pretty much sliced in half right on top of the switch.
Ooh, get off my shoulders.
Okay, I hop down.
Are you off my shoulders? I searched the goblin.
Okay, you find a crude short sword, usable but not fine by any sort of means.
No. Throw it to the side.
A short bow, a quiver of 20 arrows.
Ooh.
You also find
I throw it to the side. I don't know how to use those.
he apparently had in his hand a leg of chicken.
Take it, put it in the drum.
Okay. And he also had a coin pouch with 16 copper and 3 silver.
That's 16 copper pieces and 3 silver.
Other than that, there's bits of cloth, and he has a necklace of teeth that he has made for himself.
I examined the floor close to his body for like a little trip switch or wire.
Roll an investigation check.
That's a D20. 1.
Okay, everything looks normal.
Can I do an investigation check?
You may.
Wait, Ansel, wait. Oh, that's not a flub?
Well,
I didn't trigger it?
yeah, we'll say you did, just for giggles. As you're searching,
Because that's a 1.
Yeah,
That's
it's
a
a
natural
fail.
1, not... Yeah.
you place your hand on the tile that the goblin's remains are on, and you feel the tile move downward into the floor. Roll a dexterity check.
Okay. Three.
Okay.
Plus 2.
Can I give him my die, my inspiration die?
Now he can use his own if he chooses to.
I do not.
Okay. We'll say how this happens is the scythe falls down. You take 10 points of damage.
Okay.
And you lose your pinky in the process.
Ow.
But I will say that you are on the other side of the floor tile, the stone tile that seems to have depressed when you pressed it. And you know which one. Actually, roll an intelligence check, you dumb son of a bitch.
4.
Okay. Very good. Is that with your -1? No. So it's a grand total of 3. So you don't know what the hell just happened. Like, you just lost a finger, and you're not exactly sure how. But you are on the other side of the trap.
But I've got a leg of chicken.
You
Yes,
gave me all your stuff. You gave me all your potions and stuff.
He kept the drum though.
Okay, I'm going to toss him the potion of healing, whichever one will sort of alleviate the pain from having lost a pinky.
Okay.
I'm not sure which item would do.
I will drink the potion of healing.
Okay, let me look that up to see exactly how much that heals.
Probably have to roll, don't
Yeah,
you?
you do. I think it's 1d4 plus 4, but I'm not sure. 2d4 plus 2.
Okay. That would be 8 in total.
Okay. Yeah. Since he drank the potion, he rolled. Okay. Also, Eruga, roll a perception check to see if you saw what happened.
17.
Okay, so you did see exactly what happened.
The tile.
Right.
Okay.
Make a quick strength check just to see if you can clear the tile.
10.
Let me make sure. Yeah, that's plenty.
Okay.
All right, so
So I say, when I get past, I say, amateur. And I like hold
pick
up
up my pinky.
I hold up my.
I pick up my...
press the
Hold on.
digits, and I like show you that I got all 10.
I pick up my pinky and put it in the drum.
with the rest of the meat. Very nice. Okay, so shortly after the trap, the hall turns to the left. It's still very, very, very dark in here. You're existing on the light coming from the brazier.
Do I have something? Since we're separate now, can I like maybe make my cloak or something into like a torch? Can we like get a couple torches from the materials that we have?
You have a torch.
I have 5 torches.
Okay, well let's use torches then. I put my cloak back on, so I'm more, more Obi-Wan Kenobi, like scaring the sand people.
Yeah, I got you.
Oh. As he does that, I go, "You look evil as fuck." Because that's the first time I've seen you.
That is true.
I do have horns on fire.
Well, what are you, some sort of demon, or is that a magic trick?
Long story. And I don't really
Oh, we don't have time for that.
Yeah.
Fuck all that. Okay. But you're still cool with me, right? We're still rolling through this?
Yeah, I mean,
All right, cool. Sweet. All right. Then I don't have to
we're
kill you.
champ fast. What do you mean?
That's starting to grow on me. Champ fast.
Jump fast.
Champ fast. All right, I light a torch.
All right, you light a torch, and do you?
As do I. I light a torch
Okay.
too.
Do you proceed into the next room?
Yes, of course.
Moving.
Another way to
stealthily?
ask the question is, would you like to continue doing this game we're playing? Yeah. Let's do it. Would you like for the storyline to progress?
Any stealthiness or any?
No, we are BDPs coming in through here. We're not. I don't. We're not. We're about to kick ass and chew bubble gum.
Unfortunately, bubblegum has not yet been invented in the world.
Let's kick ass and chew sycamore root.
You can chew Harooon's finger.
Let's just kick ass.
Okay. All right. So no more Dread Pirate Robert's cloak.
No, but I think we should be more aware of traps.
Also, Ansel, when the DM asks if you're moving stealthily, that's kind of like a cue that there are enemies around.
That you should be moving stealthily.
Noted, but it's too late now.
Okay. All right. So you proceed into the next room of the tomb. This room is about 15 by 20 square 15 by 20 feet.
Yeah.
15 times 20 and that
300 square feet.
yeah, there you go.
No, that's way
50
more than that. 0. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
300
300. At the far end of the room, you see a raised dais upon which you see a statue of a knight holding a sword. In front of that dais, you see a large humanoid creature with ruddy, dark skin, larger, about the same size as both Harooon and Eruga. Very strong-looking creature, wearing armor. And also you see the now three, was 4 goblins, chittering excitedly to this larger creature. And you also see a young human girl, bound and gagged, sitting at the foot of the statue.
Okay, 2 things, Harooon. That must be Bess.
I think we found her, yeah.
And I wonder who that human girl is.
Let's go ahead and roll initiative.
18 initiatives.
Add your dexterity to that. So next to your dexterity score, it'll have
2.
So
20.
20.
Add dexterity.
Yes.
11.
All right. So we've rolled initiative. It's fight time. You have before you in this room.
We have a cave troll. I say
No.
to Harooon,
You can roll an intelligence check to see what this creature is.
does that take anything off of anything?
No.
It's an 18.
It's a hobgoblin.
It's a hobgoblin. So my character knows exactly what a hobgoblin is.
Yes.
I, on the other hand, don't know anything about a hobgoblin.
I'll tell you exactly what Eruga knows.
Okay, please do.
Hobgoblins are large goblinoids with dark orange or red-orange skin. A hobgoblin measures virtue by physical strength and martial prowess, carrying about nothing except skill and cunning in battle.
So it's basically a cross between a goblin and your mama.
Oh. Eruga, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to roll a die. No, I'm going to magic hand, fire hands.
Longest
Burning hands.
episode ever.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. This episode is running long, but it's kind of hard to keep a D&D session contained
I
in 1 hour.
understand.
Who would have thought that
understand.
this would be difficult to pull off in an hour?
Oh, I had no illusions that it would only be an hour. So what? So you're doing burning hands, you said?
Well, okay. I rolled an 18 on my intelligence on hobgoblinry. What is a hobgoblin's weakness? I know everything there is to know about hobgoblins, almost. I'm an 18 out of 20.
Let's see. You know that they have no natural resistances,
Okay.
but they do not have any natural weaknesses either.
Okay. So I think about all the stuff that I have, the abilities that I have, the stuff that I could throw at it, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
And what do I deduce is the best move here?
That's up to Eruga. What does Eruga decide?
Burning hands.
I think that's probably the best. All right. So burning hands.
Okay.
Here's what burning hands says. The casting time is 1 action. The range is self, 15-foot cone. The components are vocal and somatic, so you got to make hand motions and say the magic word.
Okay.
The duration is instantaneous. As you hold your hands with thumbs touching and fingers spread, a thin sheet of flames shoots forth from your outstretched fingertips. Each creature in a 15-foot cone must make a dexterity saving throw. The creature takes 3d6 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. The fire ignites any flammable objects in the area that aren't being worn or carried. That doesn't matter. All right, so what you need to do is roll 3d6, which is shorthand for 3 6-sided dice.
I got that much.
And what
The
we're
three dies.
We're gonna say that since like the 3 goblins retreated to their boss to kind of tell them what was going on, that all 4 of these creatures are within this 15-foot cone radius.
Okay.
And
Great.
the
Nice.
young girl is off to the side. We will say that she is outside of the radius.
Convenient and good.
Because yes,
It wouldn't have stopped me.
I don't want to murder young children.
I wouldn't have thought about that until afterward. I say to my pal Harooon, you better step back for this one, Harooon.
Okay.
Wait. Hey.
Not on damage.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you can't roll the inspiration on damage. So what's your total there?
10.
Okay. You let out an eruption of flames.
That's 10 out of 18, mind you.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolute power.
And the 3 goblins and the hobgoblin all become engulfed in flames.
I like it.
The sickly scent of burning hair and skin fills the tomb.
Nice.
I get my drum.
It is now a skeleton.
It is a skeleton. As the 3 goblins are incinerated by this devilish figure, and they move no more. The hobgoblin is very badly burned.
Okay. You can see Harooon. If you happen to look in my direction, you'll see a lot of swagger going on. Kind of like moonwalking.
Impressed with such swagger.
A little prestidigitation moonwalking. Can I do that for my movement phase?
Yes. Yeah. You can't use prestidigitation. That would take an action. But
Okay.
you roll a dexterity check to moonwalk.
3, which is about right.
It's a bad moonwalk.
Can I use inspiration?
You can if you want to.
4.
It is still a very bad moonwalk.
Okay. Shit.
Like you're basically just walking backwards.
Okay.
Up next is Eruga, who has taken quite the hit. He is not feeling healthy at all. What he'll do is grab the young girl that is bound and hold.
Wait, Eruga or the hobgoblin?
I'm sorry, the hobgoblin. I misspoke.
Okay.
The hobgoblin will go over and grab the young girl and hold his sword at her throat. And he will say, "Stop," in common. And that is the end of his turn. And it comes to Harooon.
Harooon looks squarely at the hobgoblin.
And just say, roll a perception check, Harooon.
What's my bonus to that?
Plus 3,
5?
I think. Maybe plus 5, let's see. No, plus 3.
That would be 6.
Yeah, this hobgoblin is very badly burned.
It's the very badly burned hobgoblin from the village. All right. I look at this hobgoblin, draw my greatsword, and I say, "You, me, battle." End of turn.
End of turn. Up next is Eruga.
I say, I make it clear in my gift of tongues.
You're gifted at reading.
I can't speak it.
You can't speak.
Oh, okay. So I make it look like I'm getting ready to do the cone of fire thing again,
Okay.
and I wait to see what the hobgoblin.
Okay, so what you can do here, you can delay your action, which would, in this case, would be casting Burning Hands again,
Yes.
until you see something, until a trigger. What would that trigger be?
If he moves his blade closer, okay, I'm not going to do Burning Hands. Instead, I'm going to do the other one, the
Eldritch Blast?
Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Because I feel like I can probably pinpoint that one to him better without hitting Bess.
Okay.
And the trigger is if he does anything, any slight act of aggression triggers the Eldritch Blast. So that could be like moving the blade closer to Bess. That could be like looking at me crossways. Looking at Harooon crossways. Basically those types of things. Anything that's not
Any looking of crossways.
any crossways looking will get him lit up with the Eldritch Blast.
Noted. Okay. Up next, after Eruga, is the hobgob. And what he is going to do is he is going to say, he is going to use his action to speak. He's going to say, "Let me leave, and you get the girl."
And I say, Champ Fest? What do you think?
I beat the sword on my chest and say, "You would leave instead of face honorable battle."
I say like, you know the Jonah Hill gif where he's like, "Cut it out." That's what I do. I'm like, shut up.
The
I tell him, "No wizard, you, me."
No.
The hobgoblin says, "I am already defeated. I wish only for my life."
And I say, look, we came here just to do a good deed, and we can leave here having done that good deed. Let's just let him go, and let's just take Bess back to old. What was the farmer's name?
He was a blacksmith, and you never asked his name. So
Okay. I say to the girl, "Are you Bess, the blacksmith's daughter?"
you get no response. The girl appears to be unconscious.
Does she live, Hobgoblin?
She's alive. Let me go, and she'll stay that way. I'm a villain, if you can't tell from my voice.
The hobgoblin begins like kind of circling around the perimeter of the room, trying to like make his way towards the exit. You two still firmly stand in the pathway.
Mm-hmm.
We need to think quick,
I say-
Harooon. Okay. I say, all right, I take over.
This is not Haroon's specialty.
Okay,
No,
yeah.
no.
It's like, all right,
No.
all right.
I'm going to rush him.
Okay, I say, wait, let me say Hobgoblin.
Ah,
All right, he's already rushed. I
He's-
can't.
he is rushing.
Okay.
I'm rushing him.
All right, can I also throw a fireball at the same time?
The burning hands.
No, the
The Eldritch Blast.
yes. Can we do both?
I
at the
will
same
say,
time?
since you saved that action, as Haroon rushes, the sword inches closer to the girl's throat.
I'm going to throw an Eldritch Blast.
You have a chance to throw an Eldritch Blast at the Hobgoblin.
Okay.
So roll a d20.
16,
Plus 5 on that.
21,
That is a definite hit. Roll damage.
20 again.
No, it is
This one?
1d10.
Is this 10?
Yes. Plus 3.
Fuck.
What'd you get?
3.
The Hobgoblin had 1 hit point left
Oh,
from the
dang,
burning
dude.
hands. So as you let loose
Wait,
this
wait,
Eldritch Blast, you hit him right in the forehead. His head explodes,
Nice.
coating the walls in Hobgoblin viscera as the unconscious body of the young girl falls to the floor.
As I'm rushing, can I catch her?
Sure, if you want to. I won't require any check for that. There are no further enemies in the room. Combat has ended. You have successfully solved the puzzle of the Delian tomb, or have you? All right, so you're in this room with an unconscious girl, 3 toasty, well-done goblins, 1 eldritchly blasted hobgoblin, a statue of a knight, and that is all that you are aware of at the moment.
So I say to Haroon.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I say let's put the doldrums in the drum and make haste out of here. Doldrums being the goblin carcasses. If you do goblin, I don't care for goblin. If you like goblin, put them in the drum. If not,
No.
let's hightail it out of here.
Well, one moment. Take the girl.
I can't carry her.
Just hold her for
I'm
a
not going
second.
to touch a human.
Just, I lay the girl down on the floor,
Okay, she's
and I go up to the statue
okay.
and take a good look at it.
All right, roll an investigation check.
1.
It is a statue of a humanoid creature of unknown race. You do not understand what this creature depicts.
I want to use my inspiration.
Okay.
I rolled a 7 on the one.
Okay, so it's an 8 total.
that would be an 8 total.
Okay, there is okay. Nothing about this is hidden. It is the statue of a human knight holding a great sword. Underneath the pedestal, you find in common, plainly written, "If you are to keep this, you must first give it to me."
If you are to keep this, you must first give it to me. Can I all right, can I pick up the girl and go join him? Like,
The girl's unconscious and bound. You see a knot on her head.
okay.
She's apparently been knocked out.
Can I look around and see if there's any, use all my innate abilities to see if there's any danger in leaving her on the floor?
Yeah, roll an investigation check.
11.
As far as you know, there is no danger.
Okay, I join my companion, Harooon,
Okay.
and I look and I ponder what that might mean. And I think about it, and I draw from my history and I come up with, oh yeah, that's what it means.
What does Eruga say?
I think this is talking about a sacrifice. So what it's saying is, if we sacrifice the girl here, then she'll, it'll pay back her father, 3 or 4-fold, maybe even 5-fold in rain and crops and shit.
He's a blacksmith.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna give it the
Harooon more simple. Harooon think I give statue great sword, I get better great sword.
Well, I'm gonna look it over with my tiefling eye and see if I can have any revelations.
Roll an investigation check.
You always tiefling with that
19.
19. You do notice around the walls, similar to in the room that you came in, there are various depictions of the deeds of this apparently order of knights. In one of the panels, let's see, that was a 19?
Yes.
Investigation.
Natural 19, mind you.
Investigation is intelligence, and you get a +1 to intelligence, so your total roll is 20. So I will give you this.
Okay.
You see one of the panels of the these bas reliefs. You see a knight kneeling before the very same statue that you stand before.
Okay.
But that's all I'm going to give you there.
Okay. I'm going to tap my friend Harooon on the shoulder and say, take a knee. Take a knee, Cap.
Harooon says, take a knee my ass. I will not take a knee. No, what does Harooon say?
Harooon says, okay, and takes a knee in front.
Nothing seems to happen.
Swear fealty to these people.
I swear fealty to these people.
Is that exactly what Harooon says?
Yes.
Nothing seems to happen.
I think, I'm going to look around and see if there's any writing on the wall.
The only writing that you see is underneath the pedestal that states, if you are to keep this, you must first give it to me.
I say, I give this to you.
Nothing seems to happen.
I lay my sword down in front of the statue.
Nothing seems to happen.
Put your drum on the drum hole.
Nothing seems to happen.
This is like okay. This is like the
What it is called is a riddle. You have all. I guarantee you have all the pieces. This is one of the things about D&D. You need to write shit down when the DM tells it to you.
All right. Here's the deal.
I put the leg of chicken in front.
What happens then? Once you place the piece of chicken upon the altar, nothing seems to happen.
All right. Take the sword from the statue.
The sword is part of this. It's a stone sword.
All right.
Oh, then I don't want it.
Place your weapon on the altar.
All right. Do that.
Nothing seems to happen.
Go look at the wall again, elf thing.
I'll tell you what. Let's both take a knee.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Law and order. If you want to get it, you got to give it. It's respect. We got to respect the statue. We got to respect the
inscription
flag.
says, "If you are to keep this, you must first give it to me."
Respect. It's I
swear my life to you.
Blue Lives Matter.
Harooon, if you are to keep your life, you must first give it to me.
Yes.
All right. Cut your throat and lay down right on the altar, Harooon.
You know, that kind of makes sense. Are there like any like blood collection things around the altar, around the statue?
Rolling an investigation check, searching specifically for blood.
2.
There's a lot of blood all over this room.
All right. Well, so here's the deal. Since my character is trying to get out of the oath that they I don't know what you do to an oath, but trying to get out of the fiend oath. If you want to, you got to pay the toll if you want to get out of this. I don't
Troll's hole.
No, what I'm saying is like maybe I'm the one that needs to. No, that doesn't make sense. No, I'm not gonna do that.
You had a 20 on your investigation check.
Yes.
As you continue to look around the room, you see that in the back left corner, one of the panels of the carvings, it's a little segmented.
Open it.
Open it.
How do you open it?
I push it.
It's a stone wall, apparently.
Okay. Segmented.
Yeah, you can see very obviously where the stone ends and the next bit of stone begins.
Okay, I'm gonna run my mage hand.
It seems to have no effect.
Push on its breasts.
Okay, let me get a wisdom check from both of you.
I think you already got one.
I'm like 2 hours on this episode is fine.
I know.
3 is pushing it.
We can edit all
I got
this out.
12 on my.
I got 12 on mine.
Okay, you both
Wait, I get a wisdom +1, so 13.
you both recall in the first room in this tomb, apparently.
No, I don't. I don't know. There was some stuff going on in there, but I don't remember.
There was some writing on the wall in there that said, "I, Sextus Varius, swear the Delian oath to serve law, battle chaos, and strive to keep the Delian lore secret." You recall?
I say, I, Harooon, swear the Delian oath for law, justice, and all that.
To serve law, battle chaos, and strive to keep the Delian lore secret.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Do you say this knelt before the statue with your sword bared?
I do indeed. I do indeed.
As you speak these words, the stone wall that Eruga was investigating starts to recess with our low rumble, and then swings open to reveal a musky, old, dark hallway that hasn't been explored for ages and ages. And I think that's a good stopping point.
To be continued.
To be continued.
Okay.
Yes.
That's,
Lovely.
I pat
Awesome.
Harooon on the back and say, "Congratulations, you're a Delian now." And then the curtains close.
That's my decision.
Okay.
And now the curtains close.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Dungeons and Dragons, folks.
I gotta say,
done,
like,
Dylan. Well done.
you got a lot more dice than we used.
I was trying to keep it simple.
Okay.
And when you're higher level, your Eldritch Blast does like 4d10.
Ooh.
Yeah, it
Okay.
levels up with you. So that's
All right.
why, or whatever it is.
I get it now.
What did you think of your first D&D, Ansel?
I actually enjoyed it. I will. I was thinking in the middle of it is like, okay, all of the book clubs that we've had so far. I don't remember any conversation that we had ever. Like,
You'll remember this.
Yeah, this one I'll remember. So like, yeah, I gotta give it to you. This is pretty pretty memorable. And
I don't know how good of an episode it's going to be, but
Probably not good at all.
I knew that going into it.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to listen to it all the way through.
Well, see, here's the thing. Like, I listen to people playing Dungeons and Dragons all the time.
I do not.
I enjoy it. To be fair, the people that I normally listen to are like voice actors, and they can make the noises. And
You did a really good job with the voice acting, Dylan.
it was a very. If you play with me long enough, you'll realize that I have like 3 accents that I can do, and that's pretty much it. But no, I like it's one of the most fun things. Like the hardest thing for me, like playing it, is to not think of it as a video game. Like that mindset of
There is one path to take.
right. There's one right thing to do.
Yeah.
Like if you guys knew neither of you picked a rogue, you could have opened that secret door at the end. But neither of you had thieves' tools. Neither of you had the skills. I'm really glad that the combat went as well as it did for you guys, because I was worried of y'all being outnumbered like 4-2. But that, you got a really good initiative roll, got those burning hands, got them all grouped up. You got the surprise attack on the boar. I'm really pleased with how this went.
Yeah, a few observations. I like these new 5th edition.
Dude.
Did you say it's 5th edition?
Yeah, 5th edition is awesome. I
That's
I
pretty
didn't play
cool.
any 4th edition, but from what it sounds like, I would have hated it because it was all about the battle map and like every character.
Okay.
Yeah.
A question about this though, like sort of the rule set.
Okay.
Wizards of the Coast, they were the same company that did Magic, right?
That is correct.
Have they always been like the D&D company, or did they
No,
purchase
it used to be Tor, but
That's right.
It used to be
that.
TSR.
TSR is what it is.
was
Tor is
TSR.
the novel company, the fantasy.
Okay,
Right.
that's what I knew.
TSR was the original. At least 3.5, I think.
Yeah, Gary Gygax.
So it's
TSR.
way more rigid than I thought. I thought it was just all free form. I basically thought it was like
No.
excuse to bump that gas, to be honest with you.
It's really up to the discretion of the dungeon master. As like the dungeon master is the keeper of the laws, really.
So you could do like edition 3 rules if you wanted to,
Yeah.
or you could throw all the rules out the window if you wanted to.
Right. Or you could play a completely different game if you wanted to.
That's pretty cool.
You could
I ran a campaign with John Keaton and some other people one time that with Clinton Ritter was there, and it was like D&D 3rd edition rules, but we were playing in Middle Earth, and it was a company of heroes that were at the same time as the Lord of the Rings, so they were doing other things in Middle Earth while the Ring War was going on, and that turned out awesome.
Yeah.
That was like I had people coming up to me 10 years after that and going, "That was so fucking."
you were
cool.
the DM for that?
Yeah, that was like one of the few I actually
That
ran.
sounds really cool. I love being a DM. Like my favorite part of being a DM is the world building aspect of it. Like I
Yeah.
can sit for days and days and days and just think about like ways to like shape this world. And thank you,
Yeah.
Ansel. Now my entire north has been devastated by some sort of cataclysm.
Well, I mean, and this could be like a dream. It's like,
I loved how y'all like. I put that plot hook right out there, and neither of you took the bait. And that is so typical of like people playing D&D. Like for all the DMs out there, like have a plan, but be completely prepared to abandon the plan at all costs.
yeah.
Thank you, Elijah, for kind of reeling it back in.
Yeah,
But-
John Keaton, friend of the show, he was the best at that, man. Like I remember one campaign where we were all just sort of dicking around and not wanting to go with it, and he just had us all kidnapped and thrown on a slave ship until he decided to sink it where he wanted us to be. And I was like, "That's how you do it."
Well, I remember it might be the only other time that Ansel's played D&D is it was at Mom and Dad's house.
yeah, I do remember that.
John Keaton was the DM for that.
Totally.
And all I remember about that session was that Ansel asked a dragon for a ride to the nearest city.
I was being a complete ass the whole.
Yeah,
I was just like,
you were ready to be done.
I was mocking. I was basically like mocking the whole thing, like, and I ended up playing with you guys twice, but both times I was like, okay, they'll never ask me to play again. And the second time I was right, but like
No, we asked you this time.
Well, I'm
so-
talking about but I mean, both times I was just like, this is lame. I'm gonna go play Magic.
It's
But your character. Magic is cool. It's not lame. Magic the Gathering. But your character asked a dragon for a ride, and John Keaton was like, "Okay, the dragon picks you up and swallows."
I remember
you
being
whole.
eaten by a dragon, but I don't remember asking the dragon for a ride.
Yeah, I remember that distinctly.
Okay.
I was like, that fucking owns.
Are we gonna rate this Mammer Jammer?
I think we ought to rate it.
Okay, I'm going to give it the Rygar coat of arms. That's one of the gods Andorra. Andorra's the gods Andorra's. There are several gods Andorra. That's one of the gods Andorra's. That's one of their tokens that you have to get to the final battle. So it's important, but it doesn't actually do anything. It's one of the artifacts that don't really have any purpose. It's just like a fetch quest type thing.
Okay.
So, as like an episode of Book Club, I don't think this is. I think this is sort of. It doesn't matter because it's not. It doesn't even. Have any, it's not a Book Club episode. It's like it's an honorary Book Club episode, but it is. It's like it's important because you have to have it, and this is like a good thing. I enjoyed it. This is fun. No more. I'm not going to look down my nose at Dungeons and Dragons anymore because I get it totally.
Would you, Ansel, play Dungeons and Dragons on a regular basis?
I would marry Dungeons and Dragons. Yes.
Okay.
No, wait. What did you say?
Would you continue, like, given a steady group, a good dungeon master that remembers when it's dark?
I couldn't commit to it, but it's possible.
Like, but you wouldn't outright reject it just based on the sole fact that it's Dungeons and Dragons.
I wouldn't. All right. Let me put it this way. I wouldn't clear my schedule to play Dungeons and Dragons ever. But if I weren't doing anything that day and people were playing Dungeons and Dragons, I'd be like, hell yeah, that sounds fun. So, does that make sense?
That does make sense, and
Okay.
I might be able to work with that. What about you, Elijah?
Man, I love it. I've always loved it. I've played it forever. And I haven't played in a very long time. I hope some of the friends of the show that I used to play with will listen to this because they get a huge kick out of it. But yeah, as for a rating, I think you did an excellent job, Dylan.
Thank you.
Yeah, you did do a good job with the dungeon mastering. So, thank you.
I had fun. I think Ansel, to this be your first time to kind of have a serious go at it, you did pretty darn well, even joking around. And as a rating, I give it literally one pinky finger. Literally one pinky finger.
I forgot the reference there, but yeah, that's very good.
Yeah.
Well,
Loved
thank
it.
you
Yeah.
for the kind words. My dungeon mastering can use some work, but special thanks. I mentioned it at the top of the episode. Matt Colville's videos on YouTube. I straight up stole the Delian Tomb. Like, this whole adventure is like a level 1 intro to D&D for this episode because I didn't want to do the legwork on my own. So yeah, check out his videos on YouTube if you're looking to get into DMing.
You need to roll a charisma check and drop that rating.
Yes, I give this episode 1 Gygax.
One
Gygax.
Nice.
It all goes back to him coming up with this great idea to collaboratively improvise storytelling. And I mean, if both of y'all have kids, I have nieces and nephews, the imagination play is basically the heart of Dungeons and Dragons. And the idea to come up with a codified set of rules to facilitate imagination play among all people is fantastic. And I just want to tip my hat to Mr. Gary Gygax.
Well done. Well said, Dylan.
So that's your rating as a Gygax?
One Gygax.
Okay.
And one Gygax. You got a Gygax, a pinky finger, and what'd you give Ansel?
The Rygar coat of arms. I
The
guess it's the
Rygar,
God's
yeah.
Andorra
See, no-
coat of arms. Andorra, not Andorra. So my next pick.
Yeah, let me pass this conch. Let me roll a strength check to see how far I can pass this conch. That's a 5.
I'll meet you half. I'll meet you 3/4 of the way.
Okay.
Okay. So I have the conch now. I'm going to pick a book and not a game or a TV show. And in the interest of time, I'm just going to give you the title of the book. There's a little bit of a background for why I picked it, but we'll cross that bridge in 2 weeks. The book for next week is Homecoming by Cynthia Voigt. It's actually kind of like a young adult book. So
That works because I, as a millennial, actually am a young adult.
you're the yeah.
He's still kicking it Big Willie style. All right. Cynthia Voigt. How do you spell Voigt?
Voigt. I don't know anything about this book. It was actually recommended to me from a lover. So
Friend of the show, actually.
friend of the show. So we're going to read it, and we're going to reconvene the club and have a discussion about Homecoming by Cynthia Voigt.
Nice. Very nice.
So more of a traditional book club type situation.
Okay. So we're going to read a book and then
Yes.
talk about it.
So I'm going to give this conch back. Here you go. Conch.
Roll for conch giving.
7.
Natural 20. He passed that conch to me with uncanny ability.
That's funny.
But thanks for listening to this. It means a lot. If you enjoyed it, tell a friend. You can find us at bookclubcast.com. It's got links to the Facebook, iTunes, all that good stuff. Anything else before we tell them bye-bye?
No.
No, I don't think so.
We'll see you next time.
Ta-ta for now.
Outro music. Go.